everyone, welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nisse, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but my Instagram lately, the last couple of weeks, have been spammed with that song, Capybara. That song, you know it, probably know it. And I've been spammed with it, and I just wanted so badly to do something with capybara. I have seen people make teacups with them, like everything, crafted paintings, so on. I love it. It's so cute, and I wanted to add something to that. So yeah, you're not getting any more of my singing voice, but you get this habitat for the capybara, and it also needed some friends, so we put in the giant anteater and the tapir with the name I cannot pronounce. So if you want to see how I built this and maybe learn a little bit about these beautiful animals, then please keep watching. And just to clarify that normally my speed builds are a little longer than that, and at the same time I normally, when I have multiple animals in the same habitat, try to focus on one so I actually can tell you info about it rather than just running right through it. So we will be focusing on the capybara. Do I have any time left afterwards? We will talk about some of the other beautiful animals in here, but that will be my main focus for today. The habitat itself will be a very simple multi-level habitat, but instead of actually building in levels, I will try to make it one large hill, which kicks me in the ass when it comes to enrichment, because a lot of these animals want things that can roll, and everything that will be built here can basically roll down the hill. So yeah, watch me struggle with that later. Anyway, the capybara is actually very close. It's related to one of the animals we built for last time, which were the American beaver. The beavers are in the Rodentia order, same as the capybara, which the Rodentia order, as we talked about in that video, is pretty much the order of all of the rodents. Rodents is normally a word that we use about things we don't really like, but most of the animals in this order are very beautiful and very wonderful animal in my opinion. Looking a little closer, we get to the familia of the capybara, which is Cavidae, which is basically the family for cavy. And cavy are rodents specifically native to South America. Here we have the domesticated guinea pig, for instance, the capybara, the mara, the cavies, of course, and more guinea pigs and more mara. It is a group of 23 both extinct and living animals. And they are, of course, all small. They are all cute. However, the biggest one of them is, of course, the greater capybara. Zooming in even closer, we have the genus. Again, the genus is also the first name of their Latin name, and it is Hydra, or probably more like Hydrocoeros. Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I do the best I can. And I thought there would be two species here, which is the capybara, also known as the greater capybara, and then the lesser capybara. But there's actually another one, which is the Hydrocoeros gyloides, which is a extinct species of capybara that lived in Grenada. I think that's how you pronounce that. So this small group of capybaras actually used to have another member, but as it historically goes with a lot of animals, they do not all survive to the future, basically. I can try to describe how the capybara look, but the fact is that the way I have heard it been described before have mainly been like, well, it's a rodent and it's big. either that or it's kind of related to mouse and rats, which is true. They are related to those, which again, if you go far enough away, all animals are related, including humans. So I'm not mad at that, but it didn't explain to me what they looked like. They are these four-legged, kind of thick guinea pigs, basically. Very much bigger than a normal guinea pig. And they have this very unique mouth situation where it's at the end is quite kind of square, but much higher than wide. It has this, again, thick kind of a pig's body, but on these kind of very short and very thin legs. They have two very small ears, and their eyes are halfway closed most of the time, especially when they are around water. The male have a gland on their the bridge of their nose, which they use to mark scent. They do come in a few different colors, but mainly it will be between a darker brown, a lighter brown, and a redder brown. That's basically what we have to work with at this point. They live in most of South America, which is pretty much all of it, besides a few places, mainly the west coast, but there's also a little bit in the top, a little bit in the bottom, and a little bit to the east also where they don't live. So basically it's Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Paraguay, Peru, Uruguay, and Venezuela they do live in. And of course they do live in this giant area because they are able to live a lot of places. They do, however, have a few criteria. They want water. They like water, they need water, and they want water. So they live in marsh, wetlands, rainforest, riparian swamps, freshwater lakes, and rivers. But they can also live places like the savanna and the forest, and again rainforest, as long as they can find a nice little puddle to play around in. They do, however, stay within the tropical climate zones, but that is most of South America as far as I am aware. Capybaras are clearly very cute, and with cuteness, people normally like a little bit of attention. This also counts for the capybara. It does like to live around other capybaras, and they normally live in family groups for which it's between 10 and 30 individuals. These number will be depending on a few things: birth, death, but also things like, are there food for everyone? Because the family group will have to split up if it's the only way everyone can survive, of course. Besides that, doing droughts in this area, they will also have to meet up with other groups, which can be around 100 individuals if there's only a few places where they can get enough water to actually thrive as a species. And even though I already stated they live in family groups, you can do that in a few different ways. In the case of the capybara, you have like the dominant female, that's kind of the bush bitch, and then you have all of the subservient males around her. Then we also have other females related, which again would be from the same group, so they would always be related to the dominant female at least. Some of the males could come from other places, of course, but the females will only be allowed in if they have some kind of already place in the group. Besides that, of course, we also have all of the babies around. The more natural way for a capybara to work is to be crepuscular, I think that's how you pronounce it, which means that you are most active in the early morning and the evening, where it's nice. And again, they have this kind of big body compared to their size, so it would be nice just to be able to hang around, lay in the water, sunbathe a little through the hot part of the day, and then you can eat and do what you need to, like when it's colder, and then sleep through the night. However, in places where they are really much bothered, especially by humans, but it can be all kind of noise, haunted, or other things going on. They will change and be more nocturnal again. If that's what the group needs to survive, that's what you do, but it wouldn't be the natural choice for them. And while we speak about the fact that they don't like the human attention in some of these areas, they can actually flee quite fast, both by jumping into the water and diving, because if you dive deep enough, it's really hard to throw anything after them, being gunshots, arrows, or anything else, because the water will sabotage that part. But they can also run. And I already said it shaped like a little fat pig, but they can run 35 kilometers an hour, which is faster than a tractor legally are allowed to drive in Denmark on public road, which is just bloody brilliant if you ask me. The capybara is a subaquatic animals, and therefore they have actually both adopted a way to eat on land and in the water. Underwater, they will basically just go for any kind of underwater plant, and on land, they will kind of feed like most animals on land will. So they are eating grasses. Primarily, they can eat fruit, vegetables, and so on, but their main food source is grasses. Again, keep in mind that things like wheat and barley also are included as grass species, so it's not, when you think grass, it's not only what's on your lawn. Capybara once again have one main issue, and that's people. That's us, basically. Because there is quite a few reasons that people want to hunt them. One is that it's a rodent, and in general people don't like rodents, and even more farmers do not like rodents. We don't want the rodents to break in and eat everything we have, the crops, both those on the field, but also what you have in the barn for your livestock, of course. So it makes sense that people are not a fan of these things, but it's still a cute capybara. Furthermore, they are also hunted for the more normal things, being their meat and their fur or hide. But what is kind of uncommon is that they are also hunted for some grease that are found in their fat skin, which have some kind of pharmaceutical value. I'm not sure if that is in modern medicine or traditional medicine, but it's kind of a weird thing just overall, if you ask me. And though we do hunt them as humans, they do have a really important part to play in nature. They are the only big grassers in a lot of the places they live in. Big grasses are very important because if you have an overgrowth of basic grass, it can grow really fast, really tall, and shadow out a lot of other important plants for the environment. Also, some small animals may have issues getting through big patches of grass, basically. Furthermore, they do also become a really important food source for other bigger animals like jaguars, green anaconda, spectator caiman, and other predators, depending on where in their natural range you look at. So they are extremely important in some of these cases. However, even though we hunt them and they are a prey, the prey part is not a reason to be afraid at all, because there is still balance in nature, and therefore the capybara is still listed as the least concerned animal according to the IUCN Red List. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk about the giant anteater and the tapir, but I will do that another day. Enjoy the cinematics, and I will come back afterwards. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you today. And as always, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you're not the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys.